Are you looking for a compliant offshore channel for your funds with global Renminbi asset allocation and secure repatriation? The latest 2025 August Hainan free trade port policy isn't just hype. It's a real game changer for traders and investors. Today's video will show you step-by-step how to grab this policy dividend, avoid compliance risks, and unlock global opportunities for RMB assets. Don't miss out. Watch to the very end. We're breaking down the new cross-border asset management pilot in Hainan Free Trade Port, China's latest reform for global investors and traders. What does this policy offer? Who qualifies? How do you join and avoid pitfalls? Since our channel started 1 month ago by July 31, 2025, we had published different videos mentioning Chinese government's confirmation to normalize and boost Chinese capital market. And you can see how the indices boosted in the last month. You would have gained at least 8% in 1 month if you followed the suggestion. The background of boosting capital market is that in the past 10 years, Chinese people invested a lot in real estate, but real estate would no longer be a major investment channel for the future at least 5 years in China. But Chinese stock market did not go up as Chinese economy enhanced, which was abnormal. On the contrary, when you compare with US stock market, it surged in last 10 years. Chinese government realized the necessity to normalize and boost Chinese equity market. One important reason is to keep up with international standard and give Chinese citizens wealth gain with macroeconomy and increase their confidence for consumption. The other reason is that China is opening up more and wants to attract mutual benefit business. Promoting RMB, develop more direct financing channel for companies as well as government itself. Above mentioned is our personal opinion for your reference. Please take decision based on your comprehensive analysis. Investment always indicates a risk. When you review the Shanghai and Shenzhen stock market index, you can find that in the last 1 month, August 2025, the capital gain calculated based on indexes are 8.113% in Shanghai, from Aug 1st opening at 3568 to Aug 29th closing at 3858 points, and 15.41% in Shenzhen, from Aug 1st opening at 11,001 to Aug 29th closing at 12,696 points. This is just 1 month. Of course, it indicates future days more volatility. But in the general round and medium to long term, China has stepped out of the most difficult times and know that its supply chain, technology, exportation are being stronger. You can review my video illustrating China economy first half year illustration to understand better. Coming back to how to take the benefit of the big trend, I suggest you to review how to manage your portfolio to have a big revenue with Chinese development and policy change, especially if you have RMB assets, for example, trades or business, with China. Next, let us walk through the steps of actions of how to increase your wealth in better management. Segment 1. Key highlights and who benefits. Hainan's pilot now opens the door for global investors, not only institutions, but also qualifying individuals learning, working, or living in Hainan. Investable products include bank wealth management, public mutual funds, securities and futures private funds, insurance asset management, all issued by licensed entities within the FTZ. Perfect for Chinese and overseas traders, business owners, Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan individuals, and offshore subsidiaries of Chinese firms, your new gateway to diversified, globally managed RMB assets. All the funds will be in RMB. Money will return to the same investment account. In the policy trial period, 180 days, from Aug 21, 2025, only financial institutions outside China or Chinese companies proceeds outside China or individual. Investors stayed in Hainan more than 1 year can invest. Segment 2. Account opening and participation flow. Pick a licensed pilot bank in Hainan, Bank of China, or ICBC. Hainan branch are eligible. Prepare identity and source of funds documents, and open your dedicated investment account. Verify the product provider has asset management issuing sales credentials. Check the product risk rating, R1, R4, through. Complete a risk profile assessment. Ensure your own risk level matches the product's classification. Sign standard contracts and cross-border investment agreements with the sales institution. Know your rights and obligations. All investment steps can be handled online or offline with transparent and compliant fund flows. Funds can be transferred from outside China or the same name account inside China. Segment 3. Investor protection and compliance risks. Funds are managed in dedicated accounts. Subscriptions, redemptions, and distributions all return to the same account. Products cannot be pledged or diverted for collateral. Real-time regulatory monitoring applies. Submitting false documents, using illegal funds, or violating rules will lead to suspension or termination of your investment qualification. HK, Macau, Taiwan individuals enjoy special exemptions from personal RMB remittance caps. Businesses and individuals get greater flexibility for international transfers. Dispute resolution mechanisms include mediation, complaint, channels, arbitration, and full legal protection. Segment 4. Practical tips and risk control. Prepare your ID and source of funds proof early. Watch the official quota announcements. Initial total cap is RMB 10 billion, so early movers seize the advantage. Only use officially licensed platforms and agencies. Carefully review dual-language contracts and avoid unofficial channels. Match your product selection to your own liquidity needs and risk tolerance. Don't chase unrealistic short-term returns. Your personal risk profile must fit the product's rating. Violations will lead to suspension. Never supply false info or let others use your account for proxy investments. Segment 5. Early stage limits and outlook. The pilots. Initial 180 days are limited to licensed offshore financial institutions and overseas subsidiaries of Chinese firms. Other foreign investors need to wait for future expansions. Rules and processes will adapt over time, with quotas and qualifying criteria evolving as the market responds. Early, compliant participants will capture first mover advantages and more investment opportunities. Did today's video reveal new ways to upgrade your global investment strategy? Like, subscribe, and join this channel for instant updates and deep dives into fresh regulations and market opportunities in trades or business with China. Got questions or experiences? Drop them in the comments. I'll reply with actionable advice for your cross-border investment journey.